Hey, what's up guys, back again with another video in the JavaFX series. This episode I'll be showing you how the GridPane works. So the GridPane is a little more difficult than what we've went over so far. It is another layout pane that you can use to lay out your nodes in various ways, but this time it lays it out in a grid format, so you get to choose where to lay it out exactly on the screen in a grid, okay? So it may sound a little scary, but it's actually really simple once you get the hang of it. So let's go ahead and create a GridPane so we can have it here. So GridPane root is equal to new GridPane and control P, and we don't have parameters that we can put in there as a default, because if we were to do that we wouldn't be able to specify which grid or which coordinate in the grid to put the GridPane object, or the node, I mean the child node. Anyway, so now that we have a GridPane, we can add it to our scene, which we've done here with the root, and then we can run this and see what it looks like. And it's going to be nothing, obviously, because we haven't added anything to the screen. So usually whenever you're working with the GridPane, that's common to use it with forms. So if you have like a login screen, like a username and password type of form, that's a common use of a GridPane, just stuff like that. So we're going to make our own little form here. It's going to ask for username, email, and password. So it's like you're creating your account or something like that, right? We're just going to make an example program. So let's go ahead and create some labels and stuff for that so we can put them on the screen. So label, we're going to call this username label, new label, okay? And we're going to say username. I hope I imported that from the right place. Yeah, I did, okay? Anyway, so now let's do a label for the email. And you'll see how this looks in a second, obviously, when I start adding the stuff to the screen. So email, put a colon after that. There we go. And then finally, we're going to have a password label. So password label. And hopefully my keyboard sounds better. I just got a new keyboard, the Razer Huntsman Elite. It's pretty cool. And then password. There we go. Okay. And we'll put a semicolon on the end there. And so now we want to add some child nodes to our root GridPane node here. So how do we add child nodes to our GridPane? It's actually really simple. We can use root, the object that we just created, and then use the add method here, okay? And as you can see, there's two overloaded parameter types for the add method. You have node int int, and then node int 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 int, okay? So int int, yeah, so 4 ints. So we're gonna use the first one because it's more simple, but the second one we're not gonna go over this episode because we don't really need to yet. We'll just be using that when we actually start making some more applications when we need to, because we don't need it right now. But it just allows you to basically stretch your child nodes over various columns and rows and stuff like that. So we don't have to really worry about that, but I'll get to that in the future maybe, okay? So anyway, how do we use the add method here? Okay, so it's asking for a node. So this is going to be the node that we want to add to our GridPane, obviously. So let's add the username label that we just created. So username label. And then now we want a integer I and then an integer I1, okay? So like I said a second ago, it's going to be a grid that we lay out our child nodes, right? Because it's a grid pane, obviously, right? So the way this works is the first integer is going to be the column that you want to lay the node inside of, and the second one's going to be the row. And it's 0 based, so the first column would be 0. So let's try that. So 0, and then what row do we want to put this in? We'll put it in the 0 row also. So 0, 0 should put it in the first column and then the first row. So let's see how this looks. So Shift F10. There we go. Cool, I did that correctly. I'm trying to learn how to use all the keyboard shortcuts. There we go. And now we can see that we have this thing here. We should probably expand this a little bit. Anyway, so we have a username here, and it's 0, 0, so that's why it's at the top left, right? Because 0 is the first column, so it's going to be at the very left. So columns are horizontal if you don't know, and they extend outward like this. So if we were to say like the 50th column, that would be over here, but if we say the 0, that would be over here, right? So left to right, up and down, horizontal, okay? And then for rows, it's left to right, vertical for the columns, excuse me, that's vertical for the columns. And then for rows, it's horizontal, so left to right. So this is going to be the first row, or the 0 row, 0 index. So that's why it's also at the very top, okay? So yeah, hopefully I didn't mess that up. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's add another thing here. Actually, let's get rid of this real quick so we can, we don't have to stretch it out. So yeah, let's do roots.add, and then we're going to add the email label. And since we have a label on the first column in the first row already, so we just want to put this under the first label that we just put on the screen. So if we're going to add it to another row, we could do 0 because we want to keep the column that it's already in, but we can do 1 to add it to the second row, okay? So let's see how that looks. so you can more easily visualize it. Oh, we have a problem here. There we go. Shift 10. There we go. And boom, so now we can see that we have username, and then right under that is email. And the reason that username and email is in the same column here is because we left the column to 0 on both of them, but it's in a different row because it's 0 and then 1. So if I was to leave this as 0 for the second one also, that means that email would be right here, right next to it. But since we move it to a new row, it's down here on the next line, okay? So yeah, you'll get the hang of that. It's very simple. So the first one's column, the second one is row. That's all you got to keep in mind. So yeah, let's go and add the next one. So root.add, and then we're going to do password label 0 and then 2. So that's going to add to the third row in the second index, right? So there we go. That's very simple. So let's see how that looks just for testing purposes. So that's pretty cool, right? So we actually need to add some input boxes right next to this, right? So we can actually, so that the user can actually input their username, email, and password. So we can do that. We can make some text boxes up here. So first we're going to make a text field, which we haven't gone over, but I'm going over it this episode because we don't really need to make an episode for every single control. That's a little stupid because they're actually pretty simple. We don't need to do that. So yeah, so username field, okay, is equal to new text field, okay? And a text field is just a simple text box that you can use to allow the user to input information. And you'll see how this looks in a second when we add it to our GridPane. So let's add one for email label. So text field, email field, not email label, email field is equal to new text field. And then that, and then the last one is to text field for password field is equal to new text field, okay? So now that we have our text fields here, we want to add them right next to our labels that we have, okay? So let's think about this. We want it to be, well, let me show you here. So we want it to be right next to these different labels here, right? Because if they're going to be entering the username text thing needs to be right next to it, right? And then the email thing needs to be right next to it, and the password needs to be right next to it, right? So we want to keep each text field on the same row as, you know, the thing it's corresponding to, but we want to have it on the second column, okay? So let's try that. Let's see how that looks if we try that out, okay? So we'll do, right here at the bottom, we'll do root.add, and let's add the username field, and we want to add it again right next to the username label, right? So if we want to add it right next to the username label on the right side, we want to add it to the second column, so that's going to be the first index, you know, so don't forget it's 0 based. And then after that we want to keep it on the first row because username is on the first row, so we're going to keep that in the first row, so 0, just like that. So let's see how that looks, because I know you might be a little confused if you're not used to it yet. And there we go. So now we get username, and then right next to username is a cool little box that we can use, right? Pretty cool. And then let's add the email and password one real quick, okay? So root.add email field, and that's going to be on the second row, and then it's the second column, excuse me, and then the second, yeah, and then the second row right there, okay? So let's see how that looks real quick, and it should look good. There we go. That looks perfect. And if you're worried about how the spacing is real quick, you know, it seems a little smushed together, don't worry. I'll show you how to fix that in a second. So we're going to do root, finally, for the last one, password field. And that's going to be on the second column and then the third row, okay? So 1, 2, because it's 0 base, right? So let's see how that looks. And we'll test it out. And boom, so we can put username, email, and then finally the password. But usually when you go to a website or something like that, the password is going to be blurred out, like with little black dots, right? Like a normal password field would. So we can actually make that. Instead of using text field, we can use password field, right? So password field, just like that. And let's change this to password field. Just like that. So now it's going to look way better for what we need, because instead of text field for a password, we want to use password field. So now you can see the black little dots, so it hides your password, so no one can see what password you're typing in. Pretty cool, right? Nice little feature. So yeah, that's how that works. And let me show you how to customize your GridPane. That's the one of the most important things. So customize the GridPane. Okay, so the first thing we can do is the V gap and the H gap, which is going to specify the padding between each node in the grid, right? So, or cell, I guess you call it, because the grid is made up of different cells, right? And a cell is like one of the individual boxes. So this is going to be, first we'll do the V gap, So root.set vgap, and that's going to be of the amount of vertical space between each cell in the grid pane. Okay, so I'll show you how that looks in a second. So let's try doing 10 space. So now let's do Shift F10 to run this, and let's see how that looks. And boom, so now we can see that we have about 10 little spacings in between each little node here, right? It's a small difference, but it looks way better now. So now let's get an H gap, which is a horizontal gap, which will put some space right here. So this is V gap because it's vertical, right? So that's why it's like this. But if we put an H gap, it's going to put space between each node left to right. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, but I'll show you. So root.hgap set hgap, and we're going to do 10 also, and that should look good enough for us. And there we go. So now we have a little space in between, so it looks way better. Okay, so it looks good pretty much, but as you can see here, everything's smushed together onto the edge of the screen. So let's add some padding to our grid pane so that it gets pushed, towards the center a little bit better. So let's try that out. So we're going to do a padding. So root dot set padding, and we can add new insets, and we're going to do 50. So 50 on each side. Okay, so Shift F10. And boom, that's already looking way better. And the screen needs to be expanded though. So if you want it to automatically expand, we can just go ahead and comment this out again so we can see how that works. Shift F10. And boom, that looks actually really good, right? So yeah, that looks perfect, right? We get a good amount of spacing around our entire form that we have created here, right? So let's add some more stuff. Let's add a button here that they can click when they're done filling out everything called create account. So we'll add that. Let's go down here to right here. So we'll call this button and then finish button. So when they finish, filling everything out, they can press this button, right? So new button create account. All right. So let's figure out where we want to put this in the grid pane, in which cell we want to put it. So okay, so we want to put it down here, I think, at the bottom right of the grid pane. So this is going to be the first column, this is going to be the second column, right? So we want to put this in the second column at the bottom, but this is going to be the fourth row, right? So let's try that out. So second column, fourth row, second column, fourth row, okay? So root.add finish button. So fourth column, or second column, so that's going to be 1 because it's 0 based, and then fourth row, which is going to be 3 because it's 0 based, okay? So let's see how good that looks if we did it correctly. And boom, so now we get create account at the very bottom, which looks exactly how we want it to look, okay? Awesome, I like that a lot. Okay, hopefully you do too. So now we can add some stuff here, and then we can click a create account. Really cool, right? So yeah, that's about it for the grid pane. The most important part, of course, is to keep in mind how the grid elements are laid out, how the grid nodes are laid out. So first is column, and then after that you have row. So column, row, column, row, column, row, okay? Just don't forget that. And then of course it's 0 based, so don't forget that also. And then besides laying everything out on the grid pane, you can also customize the grid pane by setting a V gap and a H gap, and then after that you can set some padding if you want to. And of course, like always, there's some other methods that you can use with the grid pane, a bunch of other things that you can use, but those are the most fundamental ones that we'll learn right now. So if you have any questions about the grid pane that I showed you today, you can ask in the comment section below. I'll be glad to help you. Or you can join our Discord server. We have a Discord server of about 400 people in there. So if you need some friends or anything, if you're lonely, like CoolMike35, you can join our Discord and get some new friends. Or if you want to, you can ask questions there, get some help, or leave suggestions, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you join our Discord server, it's really nice. And then also, we have all the code for today's episode in the description below, so make sure you click the link and then bookmark it for future use, okay? And then after that, if you want to support this channel, you can do that if you want to. Just click the join button below this video, and then you can join this channel as a member for $1, $5, or $10 a month, and you can cancel at any time. So if you do that, I'll be highly grateful, but you don't have to do it. I'll still love you, okay? So yeah, that's about it. If you like this video, leave a like if you want to see more, subscribe, and peace.